Good morning, all my crafty friends, and happy 2026. Welcome to my coffee and a card live on Saturday rather than my normal Friday. Yesterday did not go as expected. I had called my chiropractor because with the holidays, all of their schedules are different and crazy and mixed up, and my back was really not doing great. Hi, Lori, glad you're here. So I called and they said, oh yeah, that my chiropractor was working Friday morning. And I said, fantastic, then I'll get in on Friday morning. And guess what? We got there and my chiropractor was not working on Friday morning. I don't know who made the mistake. I don't know if it was just confusion with the schedules, but anyway, he wasn't there. I didn't get a treatment. He's not there today, but he is there tomorrow and Monday, so I will be heading in to see him. So I apologize for not being here for not any reason at all. It just is what it is. But today, I am so very happy to be here with you. It is Saturday, January 3rd, 2026, my first live of a brand new year, and that is exciting. My name is Maureen Rolfes, also known as the Crazy Stamping Lady. Oh, I see people hopping on, Penny and Lenny. Nice to have you guys here. I have been an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 28 years, and I love what I do. I am here to help you find the joy of card making and crafting, to give you tips and tricks to make it easier for you, and then to really encourage you to send out your beautiful creations to others and make their day. The goal is to eradicate loneliness one card at a time. We are partly cloudy here today, but we are warm. They're expecting a high of 51. This doesn't feel like winter right now, and I don't think we'll have any snow anytime soon. So we're just going to have to enjoy it as it is. If you are hopping on to watch, please be sure to say hello and let me know that you are here. Every comment left today, it looks like I went off for just a minute. Hopefully that glitch didn't affect too much. It looks like I'm back. So I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Put in a comment or two because I can see them right now when my camera's like this, and then I'll know I'm still up and running for you guys. Anyway, leave a comment. Any comments left today through midnight tomorrow will be entered for a chance to win the card that I make today. Congratulations to the winners. Oh, good. Thank you, Lori. Congratulations to the winners of my last card, winner of my last card, Janet Patterson. That card is on its way to you over in Scotland. Enjoy. A couple more winners to announce. For the Sketch Challenge winner from last month, Francis Martis, I drew your name. And for my 3 order drawing winners, and you know I draw every month 3 winners from all the orders entered that month. My winners are Joan McPherson, Heidi King, and Shar Quisera. And I will be sending a little prize out to each of you, so watch for that in the coming week or two. A reminder that if you can share my video to a crafty group, to a crafty friend, to your home page, by email to someone, whatever you do gets me exposure I wouldn't otherwise have. So if you share me anywhere, let me know and I'll give you a bonus entry toward today's card drawing. Okay, I'm going to turn you around. You'll see it's actually mostly sunny out there right now. Good morning, Karen. Take you down to my table. Okay, this is me, Maureen Rolfes, the Crazy Stamping Lady. My blog is crazystampinglady.blogspot.com. My email is crazystampinglady@gmail.com. My Facebook is facebook.com/crazystampinglady. You can find me on YouTube under my name, Maureen Rolfes, or you can search Crazy Stamping Lady, and you can shop with me at stampingwithmaureen.stampinup.net. Every order you place with Stampin' Up! That is $20 or more automatically receives 10% back in rewards that you can use on a future purchase. The rewards are redeemable for 1 year, and you can get your account at stampingwithmarine.stampinup.net. Be sure when you go in and make your account that you opt in to the rewards, otherwise Stampin' Up! Will not be able to give them to you, and that you opt in receiving information from me, because that allows me to send you updates, to keep you informed on what's going on, and to send you new catalogs when they come out if you've ordered. So if you don't opt into that, the system blocks me from doing that, and that makes me sad. Okay, I have stuff to share, guys, stuff to share. So the first one is my batch of Christmas cards, and I'm not even going to say my last batch because some of these came yesterday, so I guess more could still come. But this first one is from my friend and team member, Virginia from California. And this is a beautiful kind of fun trifold card. How cool is that? In my favorite, one of my favorite colors, Pretty Peacock. I just love it. Virginia, thank you so much for thinking of me and sending that. This next one is from, excuse me, a customer of mine who lives in Hawaii. And Debbie, this is beautiful. And she used that little joy. Again, this was one of the paper pumpkin die add-ons. It was a great one. I love the word. I've seen it on several cards. I honestly didn't use it, I don't think, or if I did, only once. And I'm thinking now I need to do it with that glimmer paper. Look how pretty that is. Joy to the world. Thank you, Debbie. So, so pretty. This is from one of my friends and team members from Arizona, Darryl, and she used one of our little ephemera packs that had all the Christmas stuff in there and just layered it all and then ran it through the embossing machine, so it got a little bit of texture on it. A beautiful, beautiful card, Darryl. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And I am not sure if I showed this one, the next couple. What happened over the holidays is we took all of our cards and put them in a basket out on the table, the ones I couldn't get up on the mantle, and I think they got a little mixed up. So if I'm showing you a couple of these twice, just bear with me. This is from my friend Joan in Arizona, my overachieving friend. She always does these amazing cards with all these little different pieces on here, and it is just so cute. Thank you. Thank you, Joan. I treasure each one of those. And this next one also a easel card from my friend Joanne in Arizona. Hope you can see it. It says Merry and Bright, and it stands up like an easel. And then this front part is a shaker card, and it has all these cute little snowflakes in there. I need to make a shaker card. Maybe next week. We'll see. Okay, so Joan, thank you. Joanne, thank you so much. And Joan, the one before it. My next card is a New Year's card from my friend Shar in Arizona, and it is gorgeous. It is simple and beautiful, but just the gold on there and the Happy New Year, it's so festive. I really appreciate you thinking of me, Shar. Thank you so much. I have a couple more here, guys, before we move on to something else. This is from one of my watchers here, Lois. I love that you watch the videos. I'm so glad you get something out of them. This is beautiful, just beautiful. She embossed the trees on this shimmer paper, this diamondy colored shimmer paper, and then popped on additional trees on top that she cut out, and it is stunning. Just look at that. Thank you so much, Lois, for sending me that. And another gorgeous card. This is from my friend Janet in Arizona. You guys are just making me want to step it up. Your cards are just amazing. Just look at this. I love it. And I love the way she used this one strip with this little bit of gold showing. It's also on the background of here, but just that little hint of gold, I just think makes this card. It is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Janet. I so appreciate it. And then one more. Excuse me, I'm losing my breath a little bit. I do have coffee nearby. This is another gorgeous card from my friend Melody in Prescott. And just look at this. Glory to God in the highest. Now, she didn't write inside, so I'm able to open it. I want to show you the middle, the inside of it. But the front is gorgeous with these banners hanging down. And then you open it up, and she finished this with, he shall be called Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And then her sentiment area. Just a beautiful card. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gosh, so many gorgeous cards and ideas, and I want to case them all, I think, because they are so great. Okay, I want to show you one more thing before we get to our card today. This coming Saturday, I am hosting a class here at my home, and I know most of you aren't local, but I also just want to show you this kit. In the class, we will be making everything from let me get to the front of this because I was playing with it, obviously, which is why I'm in a mess here. Everything from this kit. So this is a desk organizer. It's called the Handmade and Heartfelt Kit. It comes flat in this box, and then you put it together. It is a desk organizer, and then you get 10 cards, 2 each of these 5 designs. It is beautiful and neutral and gorgeous for on your desk. So I'm hosting a class for that on Saturday, and I still have openings. If you're local and interested, let me know. When we do our class, we will be putting together the actual organizer, which you can see here, hopefully. I should look and see if you can actually see this, because I haven't even checked I'm in the right place. But I'm assuming from the names I saw pop up, I am in the right place. Okay, there I am. Okay, so this is the actual little organizer. It has 3 sections that'll fit cards in them, so you can keep your upcoming cards and things that you're sending out. It has a small section here that I'm going to be using for throwing my receipts in it, because I have to always record those for tax purposes. And then I also do a little thing online called Fetch, where I can scan my receipts and then I earn gift cards. So I keep all my little pencil pen holder. In our class, we're going to be adding one of these little calendars to the front of the desk organizer, because that makes it really handy at a glance to see your calendar. And then let me show you the cards we're making. I made 1 each of them. You will, in the kit, if you purchase it, be making 2 of them. So just real quick, the class is Saturday the 10th here at my home, 1:00 p.m. It's $35, and that $35 includes the full kit, beverages, and a treat. So if you can join me, I would love that. So all of the envelopes are the same. They're all this pretty tealish Lost Lagoon color. Is that the right color? I always get that color mixed up. Lost Lagoon, yes. It has a spot for you to put your address. I did add my sentiments to the bottom of it, and then it's decorated on the back too. So that's the envelopes for all of these cards, and each one's the same except that I changed the sentiment with the card I made. And these first 5 cards I made with the sentiments exactly as they come in the kit. When I make additional ones, I might change up some of those sentiments to what I need more. But this is card 1, and all of these have like a pop-up layer on them, which I love. I think they are beautiful. So this is the Thinking of You. The second card in here is a Thanks So Much, and it also has that pop-up layer and the string. Everything on here comes with the kit. I didn't add anything to this. The only thing I added was that little calendar on the front of the actual desk organizer. So look how cute that one is. Thanks so much. And then this one is Happy Birthday with little birthday banners there. Look how cute. So all of the cards follow kind of the same thing. They have a pop-up layer, they have a string behind the sentiment, they have these some kind of little embellishment on them. There's a couple different kinds in the kit, and you can mix and match. This is card number 4 with that beautiful rainbow. Just look at that. And then the final card design is this one, Wishing You the Best, which I think is nice, and I love it because it's a more of a masculine card. if you want to do it for a birthday or anything that you want to do, but wishing you the best. So those are the cards. And as you can see from looking at that, the sentiments in this kit are amazing. So when you get the kit, it has all of these 5. Hello, sunshine. Happy birthday. Thanks so much. Thinking of you and wishing you the best. Those come in the set along with the embellishments and the twine. And then there's also a to and a from in here, which I love. I use to and from on gift tags and gift cards and so many different things. And I have to struggle to find one once in a while because I get rid of my old sets, but I keep all of my little kit sets, at least for now. So now I have a go-to to and from to use. So yay, great, great, great. Even if you cannot make my class, the value of this kit is $32. Order one online and put it together for yourself, and you'll have all these cards as well as that cute, cute little desk organizer. I am in love with it. Okay, let's see if I can get all of this chaos out of the way. Okay, that's my cards. Let's go over a few other things quickly. My regular monthly card class kit offer. Place a qualifying order with me in the month of January to earn a free online class and kit. $50 order gets you 3-card packet kit. $75 order will get you a 3-card packet kit plus a bonus project. $100 order will get you a 3-card kit plus a bonus project plus a half a pack of an embellishment. Most of these are retired products, but they are cute, I guarantee it, and fun. You get 1 kit per month at whatever your highest level was of your order that month, and I will send it out automatically at the beginning of the following month. Any smaller orders still receive a handmade card from me as a thank you, and all orders are entered into that monthly order prize drawing I was talking about. The February class for kits you earn this month will be on Monday, February 9th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. The upcoming class for orders that were placed in December will be on Monday the 12th at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, right here in this same group if you want to come and watch and see the kind of cards that we make. Okay, big deal. New Year's mystery boxes. I have accumulated so much stuff. Once again, it is January. It's the perfect time to destash. So I am getting rid of products, and that means an awesome deal for you. You can treat yourself to a late Christmas present. So if you place an order, a minimum order of $50, I will put together a mystery box for you. It will be filled with retired Stampin' Up! Products. It could include things like stamp sets, dies, punches, designer series paper, embellishments, ribbons, embossing folders, 3D boxes, partial kits and full kits from Paper Pumpkin class, project kits, specialty cards and envelopes, card bases, project life, memory making, more and more and more, whatever. It could include any of those things. Anything that Stampin' Up! Has ever sold is fair game to go in this box. So you could get some fun stuff that you have never seen before. As well as I may throw in some other little things, like there might be just some crafty little tools and stuff that I have extra from retreats and things like that. They may get thrown in there. They will not count toward the value though. They will just be a bonus. So you can order anytime now between right now and the end of January. For every order, your mystery box will be approximately the same value as what you buy based on the original prices. So if you place a $50 order, I would give you $50 in retired merchandise. A $200 order would get you approximately $200 in retired merchandise. And there's no limit to how many of these you can earn this month. So get as many as you want. Each box, though, must be at least a $50 value. So you must order at least $50. Okay, values based on the original price. You have to order through my site, stamping.marine.stampinup.net. All boxes will be shipped out to you within 2 weeks of your order. There's a couple notes that some items might be partial rather than full. All 12 by 12 DSP will be cut to 6 by 6 because it makes it easier to mail. And the products are as is with no returns, but it is an amazing deal. So you can see January is starting to be great. We have one more offer. I am going to encourage you all to not order before the 6th. And I'm sorry I didn't do that sooner, but things just keep coming out and keep coming out. Starting on the 6th, going through February 2nd, we are having bonus days. So just a little note to remember is that whenever Stampin' Up, or not whenever, but 99% of the time, when Stampin' Up comes out with some kind of special, or when they introduce their new products, or when there's a new catalog starting, or when we do a last chance retirement update, those happen on the first Tuesday of the month. It is just the way they do their system. So always check out on the first Tuesday what might be coming up as a special. So this month, starting on the 6th, which is the first Tuesday, we'll have bonus days. For every $50 you order, you will be emailed a $5 US dollars, actually, we're just talking US here, coupon. In February, between the 3rd and 28th, you can redeem them. Again, no limit to how many you can earn, but you earn one per order. So if you were going to place a $100 order, that would be great, but you would only earn one. If you did a $50 order and then another $50, you would earn two. So you have to figure out what works best for you. No limit, like I said, one per qualifying order. So again, from January 6th through February 2nd, your $50 order, pre-shipping and handling and tax, and post any redeemed rewards, so your final total has to be over 50, will get you for this month $5 in your regular rewards that you would have gotten, $5 in bonus rewards, a $50 value mystery box of retired Stampin' Up! Products, and my 3-card free packet and online class. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Looks like 26 is off to a good, crafty start. Okay, all of that said, let's make a fun card. So today we are making a pillar card. And when I am done, I'm going to show you one other one that I made and then the card that inspired me to make this. For our card, let me grab my pieces here. Our sentiment is going to come from the On Display bundle. This is an online exclusive, started, it says 2025. I think this is a new online exclusive. I think I might have had the wrong year. Takes me a while to catch up with 2026. This is new as far as I remember in the new releases this month. That'll start on the 6th. So here's the set. Ignore the date. It has some great images. It has a world and a globe, so you could do them separately or together. Little bottles, a pitcher, little pennants, books, flowers and flower pots and greenery in pots, some birds and a bird cage, what looks to be a little frame, or you could have a little mirror, and a kitty cat that you can add stripes to. All of this is fantastic. But I love the sentiments in here also. Just for you, you're the best. Treat yourself. You deserve all the good stuff. You've been on my mind. Hello. I am not sure what this is, but I'm sure it serves a purpose, and at some point I'll figure it out. Don't really know. Maybe to cut out, I don't know. I don't know what it is. And then a birthday for the books. Sometimes it takes me a while to play with these and figure out what the pieces are. This coordinates, and again, we're just using a sentiment today. But this coordinates with these amazing dies, and these dies cut out bookshelves, and it has a fancy little ornamentation if you want to add it, and then it cuts out basically all the different pieces that are in the stamp set, and so you can mix and match and make your own little setup. Like I said, I haven't played with these yet. I will. You will see them, I'm sure. But fun bundle if you like all those little things. The other thing that it coordinates with is the new Hobby Haven specialty paper. So I'm going to take this out and show it to you. I think it is so much fun. But I am a hobbyist, and I've tried every hobby in the world over my lifetime, I think. So let me just share with you what is in here. You'll get 2 sheets of paper regarding sewing and knitting and ironing and all of that kind of stuff. Not that ironing's a hobby unless you're doing it with the sewing, but yeah, you know what I mean. You'll get 2 sheets of this gorgeous set with a little comfortable chairs and a little shelf and little stools and bookcases. You'll get 2 sheets of this spa related sheet that has hand lotions and essential oils and face masks and brushes, soaps, and so much more. 2 sheets of this baking sheet. And I love this. I think it is so cute. It would have been great for the holidays, but it'll be cute to use throughout the year. And then 2 sheets of these books. So if your hobby is reading, if it's cooking, if it's relaxing and going to the spa, if it's sitting in your little chair and just enjoying life, or if it's sewing or knitting, something like that, you are covered here. Now let me show you the back of these. I'm going to flip them over. Whoops. Got to get them all. And on the backs, again, are more neutral patterns that coordinate and you can use with just about anything. So I always love that Stampin' Up! Does that. And then you are going to get 2 sheets of punch outs, ephemera. And these, I'm not going to show you them all, but there's little hearts. There's several different little cupcakes and cake type things. There's a mixer for baking, an apron, coffee cups, coffee mugs, tea mugs, it's coffee pot there. There is artistic stuff with the palette and painting. There is more spa type stuff. There is just a ton, some labels, neutral things, a ton of stuff. And we are using actually some of these items on our card today. So I want to show you how quick and easy this could come together with all these little pieces. I just punch them all out. Once you punch 1 or 2, the paper gets kind of flimsy, and so it's easier for me to just punch them all out. I put them in a little clear envelope, put them right in my pack of designer series paper, and they're nearby when I need them. Okay, so let's get our pieces out for our card today. Right here, you're going to see some of the little plants and stuff. Now, I haven't put this exact card together, so we'll be doing it together again, like we do sometimes. I have a basic white envelope. I have a piece of basic white cardstock. Now, this is 5.5 by 10 1/8. So you're only going to get one of them out of your piece of cardstock. But it leaves you another nice little strip that you can use on something else and a small strip for your sentiments. So nothing has to go to waste. And we're going to score this. So again, this is 5.5 by 10 1/8. And I am going to use my scoring blade on my cutter. And we're going to come in and score this. We are scoring it at 4 1/4. I'm going to slide that over to 4 1/4 and line it up and score. And then we're going to score at 5 3/4. I don't know if you can see all of this on there, but trust my measurements. I think you can't see the very bottom of this, but you'll get the idea. And we're going to score at 7 1/4. This is one I wish my little stand had my camera up a little higher, but this is what my hubby made me. I love it, and I don't want to pay for one of those super expensive stands. I'm just that way. And then my last scoring is 8 3/4. Okay, so that's the scoring you're going to do for your pillar card. Now, there's lots of different pillar cards out there, guys. This is just a simple side pillar, but there is a ton of more out there if you want to play with them. Now I'm going to come in here and we are just going to score all of our score lines. And then I like to score mine both directions. I just think it makes them move nicer when I'm working with them. It gives you nicer, crisp images when you're looking at your creases. So I usually score mine both directions. You don't have to do that. It could be just a marine thing, but I like doing it. So I almost always do. Once in a while, I'm in a hurry and forget, but that's usually how I do. Okay, so when you're done, this is how your card is. Now this very first section here is slightly smaller by about 1/8 of an inch than these other ones. And the only reason for that is when we fold this together, that one's going to tuck against the card. And by making it slightly smaller, it doesn't butt right up against it, and it makes your card so it can lay down easier and go into your envelope. So I'm hoping that makes sense. Looks like I just got some kind of mess on this card, something off my fingers. I was drinking coffee and eating breakfast right before I came in. So there we go. Okay, so there is our pillar card. That's the measurements for it. What we're going to do is I am going to make the pillar right away. Now you could decorate your card first, but I found that by making my pillar right away, it made everything easier for me to line up. So I'm going to take this very first fold here, that's a little bit smaller than the others, and because this is an interactive card where that pillar pops up and then goes down, I'm going to use tear and tape to adhere this to my card. Tear and tape is just really strong, and it's going to help it not to come apart as people open and shut this card. You could use Seal or Seal Plus. You could even use Tombow. They probably, oops, I got a little cut there, but that's okay. It's going to go on the back. So that's how we're doing that. I'm going to take my bone folder, and I always burnish the very ends because that makes that lift off the backing a little bit easier. Just look at that, how that works. It makes it just pop off, and I love that because otherwise it could be a little fussy to try to get that off. So what we're going to do now is I am going to take this and fold it at the second score line, okay? Just like that. And that makes sure that this is lined up where it needs to be. And then I'm going to fold this whole thing over onto my card. Whoops, I did that too soon. I did it too soon, guys. I messed up. I don't want to fold it that way. I want to fold it this way. It'll be okay. I just want to fold it this way because that way it lines up exactly where it needs to be for when you fold it for in your card. And then you can pop it up and you can see where I messed up. Doesn't even show. Now when I fold it this way, it folds perfectly flat. When I fold it this way, it's a little tight. So I'm going to come back in here now that I have this, lay this flat and give that one more crease. And that's going to make it lay really flat each way. Okay, hope that wasn't too confusing. I don't think I threw off anyone too much. Now we have 3 pieces of designer series paper. The neutral backgrounds on the Hobby Haven DSP would work great for this. But I am a fussy cutter and I love all of those images and I didn't want to waste any of them by using the background. So I found other paper that would coordinate. This designer series paper comes from the Kintsugi Inspirations Specialty DSP. And there's a lot of different just simple backgrounds in here also. I haven't used this paper very much, so it was perfect for me. It's in the annual catalog. It is still available, but it was perfect for me to find neutral backgrounds because it really matches the colors in this DSP also. If you're not a fussy cutter like me and you don't want to keep all those images, go ahead and just use the backgrounds of that paper. Okay, so we have 3 pieces here. We have 4 pieces, but we have 3 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 1 1/4, and then 1 piece that is 5 1/4 by 1. And we're going to add these to our card. And I'm just going to take my seal, and on the back, you can see this Kintsugi paper is beautiful. Has those gold accents. I just haven't used it much. I'm not sure why. So we're going to lay our first one. I'm going to lay this flat. And we're going to lay our first one down here centered on this panel. Okay. Just like that. And I'm giving it a good press. I want it to stay down. Then we're going to take our second one. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your new year. I am just hoping for good things this year all the way around. So I hope the same for you. I'm going to come in here and place this one. Now, when I place my second panel, because my top and my bottom might not be exactly even, I try to just line up the bottom. Once I line up the bottom and I lay it on there, then I know my top is going to be even too. Even though it looks like I have slightly more at the top here than the bottom, it keeps it consistent and gives you that consistent look. So I just, once I've got one panel like that laid, I lay the rest using the bottom as my spacing so that they are even and not going up and down. Now we're going to do our next one, and it's going to go on this third panel right here. And I'm trying to center that again, keeping the bottom close to what I had on the last one. So there's the card. It's going to be flat like this, but as they open it, it'll pop up and have that little pillar, and it'll stand beautifully on the desk. So yay. Okay, so this last one we're going to add also, this last little panel. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my seal down each side of it so it lays really nicely onto the card. And we're going to place this one. And what I'm doing is I'm closing this over so I can see this spacing, and then I am laying this last one, which is only 1 inch, centered right there. So when the card lays flat, you have panels all the way across. When you open it up, you have a space where you can write your little sentiment that you want to whoever you're sending it to. Okay, so far, so good, right, guys? Pretty simple. Now let's see if we can put this together and make some sense out of it. I have a little scrap of basic white. This is about 3/4 by 2 1/4. And I am going to use Secret Sea ink because it has the blue tones, but it's really deep and rich for your sentiments. Almost like black, but not quite. We're going to place that down on to that piece. You deserve, whoa, there it went. You deserve all the good stuff. Now this will probably become a birthday card. Eventually I'll write a little birthday sentiment in there, but it could be for someone graduating. It could be like a bon voyage or retirement. Lots and lots of things it could be. And we're going to use that same sentiment and the Secret Sea, and I'm going to add that to the front of my card. So I'm in my envelope. That way I do not have a naked envelope. Okay, let's see what we can do with this card. So I pulled out some little different plant pieces. And in my mind, I was thinking it would go something like this. Like I would put this guy here, and maybe, whoop, this guy here, maybe this one right behind it like this, and this one up here. In my mind, I thought that might work. Now I'm thinking about it a little bit because I also want to get my sentiment on here. So let's see where I could place that depending upon where this is. I could do it right there. That would probably work. Or, see, guys, sometimes you get to watch me work and figure out what I'm doing, and I don't always know what I'm doing. Okay, let's try this. Let's add this piece. So I'm going to put seal just down the middle of this basically. Now when you're placing your elements on here, this is the pop-up panel. This is what's going to show. Because this folds this direction, you don't have to stay within that. You just want to make sure your pieces don't go off either edge as it's laid down. I'm also being careful where I'm laying my glue, because if pieces are sticking off the edge, you don't want any glue in those sections. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to come in here and place this one. Let's hope this works out good, guys. Just like that. And then we're going to take our little shelf of plants. So in my mind, I'm thinking of a plant lover this would go to. And I'm going to place this here so that plant is kind of coming up behind, just like that. Now when I place this one, it is going off the edge on both sides, so I'm going to keep my seal more to the middle on here. Just think about that as you're placing things. It makes a big deal because you don't want this to stick down when you want it to open, if that makes sense. So we'll place this one right here. Now let's add our sentiment to this background. This is a piece of Secrecy that is 1 inch by 2.5. And it just becomes a nice little border for that sentiment. Oh, but it looks like my seal is running out. I might be able to make it through this one, but if not, I have a refill. We're gonna place this right onto the center of there, like that. Now I want this to go on here somewhere, sticking off the side. So let's see what happens with this plant when I do it, if I put it on there. Maybe if I pull that right over to the edge, then I can put this on here. Actually, all the way to the bottom, like that just might work, and I'll just glue it down on this side. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna place this, hopefully I've got it right. I'm just gonna put seal on this very end, not on the other side, because I don't want it sticking down, like I said. And where did I have this just a second ago? Where did I have this, guys? I don't remember already. Isn't that horrible? Getting old, getting old, getting old, getting old. Let's see. Yeah, I think there. So we're just gonna pull this over just so this edge is at the edge of my card. I'm gonna glue this part down right there. And then we're gonna add this plant. And I think I'm actually gonna pop this one up on some dimensionals to give the front of this card just a little bit more dimension on top of that pillar. So let me grab my dimensionals here. I have my minis and my regular, and I am going to place a regular one up here. Got to make sure how much is going off the edge here. Up here toward the top, and then over here on this side. And then let's see how much stays on. I'm going to use one of our tiny ones, of our little mini ones, down here on the bottom, right at this edge. And that should make this stay really sturdy on my card, even though it's only got dimensionals on half of it. I think it's going to be just fine. So let's come in here and place this now. I want to place it almost to the bottom and off to this side so that my entire sentiment shows. And make sure I got it pretty straight on there. And I'm going to push this back to make sure none of my dimensional is showing, which it's not. This part hanging over has no glue on it, so that's perfect. So now when this pops up and stands, you have this cute little design on there, and you still have tons of room to write in here. And I just love it. I think it is a fun design. It is cute. It is sweet. Look how fast that came together. The only thing I want to add to this is a couple embellishments. And for my embellishments, I'm going to use the loose frosted dots. These came out as an online exclusive quite a while ago, and I'm actually surprised they're still hanging around, but they are, and I love them. They would be great for a shaker card, but I use them almost exclusively for gems on my cards because the colors just work with so many of the cards I make. So we're going to grab my Tombow glue, and let me think about where I want to place some of these gems. I think I'm going to place one up here like that, and then we'll put 2 of them down here to the bottom. So I'm just putting a little dot Tombow where I want my gems to go. That's what I found is the easiest with these because they are not adhesive gems. They're just loose for shaker cards and things like that. I'm going to grab my putty end of my Take Your Pick tool, which looks like it's oozed out. Someone must have been playing in here over the holidays, but that's okay. When you're using your putty end, you want very little putty, so if it oozes out, just pull it off. And then you want to warm that little tip with your finger a little bit and roll it into a ball. Barely noticeable, and that works the best. So let's put one up here. Now when you push these down, you want to be sure you have very little glue because it does ooze out, and on mine I probably had a tiny bit too much. So I'm going to move that over onto the glue a little bit more, and I think I did a pretty good job there. Okay. It doesn't take a lot of glue at all to hold these in place. Trust me on that one. And then we're going to do another tiny one. right down here. And again, you have to pull them off with your finger. If you don't, they don't just fall off because that putty is holding them. Or if you don't want to use your fingernail, you could use the tip of a scissors to pull it off. That would work too. And then let's do one more. I'm going to use a bigger one, I think, right here. So these gems are like in 3 different sizes on here. So you can vary them on your cards as you make them. There is a ton in here. I feel like I've been using them forever, and look how many I still have left. Great, great deal. Okay, there is our card for today. You deserve all the good stuff. It's going to come to them flat in an envelope like this, and then when they open it, it pops up, and you can put your sentiment. This is the card I'm giving away today, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Let me show you another one I made for a book lover that I know, and they're going to get it for their birthday. So let me move this out of the way for a second. This is a birthday for the books, and I just used all the little book images in the same way, and then it opens up like that, and I can write my sentiment. I think it's so cute. I think she is going to love this card when she gets it. So that was my prototype, and this is the one I'm giving away. Now let me show you one more. This was from my friend Lori, and this is the card that inspired me to do a pillar card. Hers is a little different. The pillar is pretty much the same. You can see it falls about the same size and everything. On hers, she has this little pop-up sentiment, so it's attached with some cardstock on the back. That'll allow it to pop up, so when your pillar pops up, this can come up here and say, life is better with friends. And she added her little gems. And then on hers, she put a larger sentiment here, which you certainly could do. I just chose to go a different route on mine. And then on the back, she has an area where she could write her sentiment. So you have options with this design, guys. Make it your own. But when this folds shut, it still fits in the envelope, just like mine will, which I think this is just a very cool and simple, easy design. Now, I will be posting all of the measurements and the products I used for this card in the comments, along with a picture of the card today. So watch for that if you want to screenshot it or keep that so that you have all the measurements. Again, this is the card. You deserve all the good stuff. It is a simple pillar card, so it opens up, and I love it. Thank you for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed making this card with me. Don't forget to leave your comments. Each comment counts as an entry to win the card. I would love to have your business. If you're looking for Stampin' Up! Products, or if you have any creative questions at all, please contact me. I'm here to answer those questions and be your creative coach. You can reach out to me anytime by email at crazystampinglady@gmail.com, which is the best, except that I've had a couple glitches with my email where things have gone in trash. But I'm trying to check my spam and trash really regularly. So hopefully that will not happen with a single email. My plan is to be back here next Tuesday. I hope that you will plan to come and join me. Same time, same place. And then that will be the day that everything starts. It'll be the 6th. So I'll try to show you some more fun stuff for that day of what's brand new and being released. Till then, set your sights on a wonderful year ahead. Try to make it your best ever, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.